There's tons of movies I have not seen that I probably should have. To be very honest with you, okay, so I am a huge Tim Burton fan. I had not seen Beetlejuice until I think it was last year. Watched it on a movie night. I had seen bits and pieces of it, but I had never actually just sat down. I have a very hard time sitting down and watching. If you've ever noticed, I actually have a hard time just sitting still doing anything. I'm trying to remember what I've watched on repeat. Spirit and Jumanji. Oh. I've watched Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring about not an exaggeration. Probably the other two about 100. I've never watched anything on repeat. So with the Lord of the Rings, I used to watch it every day after school when I was doing my homework. And I did that in college as well. You just wanted to pop in and say hi. You're heading to bed. Have a good night, PMC. Absolutely go take care of yourself. Trying to let Pix dig. Have Billy go explore. We're gonna have Coco go. You're making me feel. How am I making you feel old? Wait, how am I making you? Because I was watching Lord of the Rings in high school. That is when it came out. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. To be fair, I feel old a lot of the time too. Maybe not on repeat when we're like, I had the VHS, but if it was on TV, I'd watch it. Yes, there's lots of things that, if they're on TV, I watch them. I haven't watched Lord of the Rings in a while. It's so hard for me to have a chunk of time that is that big that I can sit there and. I've never watched the third Lord of the Rings film. That's okay. I forgive you. Forgive you, maybe. I went to the theater more than once for every one of those movies. So, for anyone who has not heard my Lord of the Rings story, the Lord of the Rings was basically my nerd awakening. Okay. I'm sad I ever watched the first two. No! I'm a huge Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is basically my nerd awakening. I went to the theater to go see, I want to say it was like X-Men 2. I did like X-Men. I like Batman. Like the Michael Keaton Batman. And Batman. Don't judge me too hard. It was that time. But I went to the theater to go watch, I want to say it was X-Men 2. And the preview for Lord of the Rings came on. And that is the first time I can ever remember just being absolutely riveted by something. I had no clue what Lord of the Rings was. I'd never heard of it. I'd never read the book. I'd never heard of Tolkien. I'd read a lot of C.S. Lewis, but I'd never actually heard of Tolkien. I win. Oh. Anyway, so I saw the preview for it and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to see this movie. Like, this looks amazing. And I can't remember ever being just so absolutely 100% lost in a movie. Like, yeah, 100% attention. completely lost in those movies. And then I literally would use those movies to like study. I absolutely loved it. And also it's completely valid if you do not feel the same way about Lord of the Rings. That is 110% fine. But for me, like, they're very comforting. That was probably The Matrix for me. And see, I've seen The Matrix maybe a couple times. I actually did not. No, I sat down and watched the first Matrix. I haven't seen. I don't know that I've seen two. I don't think I've seen all the Matrix. I love the book. I don't like the films. Fair. I'd seen the films first. They were my introduction to that world. I could see maybe not liking the films as much if you were a huge fan of the books. But because of the films, I read the books. And so I love them both. In fact, I don't know, Waylander, have you seen? This entire shelf. The whole shelf. That's all Tolkien. Didn't get me, Jem. Didn't get me. I'm talking about Tolkien now. These are illustrated. This is the red book version of Lord of the Rings. This is the actual one that I read. The Hobbit comic book. There. Children of Hurin. Really hard to do because I can't read them going. The Fall of Gondolin, Beren and Luthien, The Hobbit. I can't read that one from here. Lord of the Rings in Spanish. Individual copies, Silmarillion, Lost Tales, all of that. That reminds me, have you seen the Trove Jansen illustrated Hobbit? I'm not sure. I didn't want to take off my tail. This is what I have for The Hobbit. It's a graphic novel. You couldn't get into the Silmarillion. I have notes. Have literal written notes in this. I thought I was going to be some Tolkien scholar when I was 11. I have a Lord of the Rings out. So I have a Lord of the Rings board game as well that I bought quite recently. And I haven't finished. I own Shadow of Mordor. I own those. Yeah, this is my copy of the Silmarillion. I have literal notes written in some of the margins. I don't want to stretch. Okay, I'll do it. I want to say it's like the first mention of the Balrog. I literally have a note about it. It's a little bit funny. It's just a little bit funny. I don't know what. Okay, then no. I'm kidding. Since at first Gollum's size wasn't specified, so Jansen Drew him huge. Oh my goodness. I have Lord of the Rings games, workshop Lord of the Rings Goblin Cave battle game. I don't. I hope y'all did not. What is that? I kind of needed that thing. Camera is reading stuff darker than it. I tried brightening it up a little bit, but it's gonna be in. Oh. Both my cameras are just. That's why I redeemed it. Yeah, no, I really. I do have the 100% on Lego Lord of the Rings. If you know anything about 100%ing a Lego game, it's an achievement. That's an achievement. Those games are so much. Like, they have... Grabbing my controller. Better from more. I suddenly felt like giving this to you today. Well, thank you. I have the Lord of the Rings Special Edition pop. I have these banners. You can see them. The Gondor banner, Rohirrim banner. That is the Lord of the Rings. It's the pirate ship from after the Paths of the Dead. Here, Rivendell. Frodo, Gandalf, Balrog, Skull, Brickhead. Like I said, that entire shelf is all Tolkien, along with his biographies at the very end. So that's the only thing he didn't. All the rest of it is Tolkien. But yeah, I have got socks, shirts. I wore the One Ring. I have one. This is Peachy's got it. Okay. Of chemistry. This ring right here. On this chain, I bought a bookmark that had that on it. Okay, so like look how it's very cheap. It's very cheap. A lot of the paints come off of it. Okay, very cheap. But this came off of a bookmark, and I had this chain. I just had it, and it looked a lot like the one from the movie. So I literally, after finding that, I would say that's less than a month after Fellowship of the Ring came out, I proceeded to wear this every day. Every day. Until I went and saw Return of the King. And I removed it and have not worn it other than, I think, during the Lego build. I did wear it during the Lego build, but I have not worn it other than that. You could say it was off the chain. Yes, it was off the chain. I put it on the chain. I did not cast it into the fire because I like my invisibility. Thank you. And I'm really looking forward to the game Tales of the Shire coming out. I'm just saying there is a very, 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 very high possibility of that one getting a very high. I can buy it. Here we go. Did you ever? I did watch the animated film. It was much later on. But yeah, I did watch it. Look, I love the movies. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have them sitting. I can see them. I also for games, I do have the Two Towers, Return of the King, and I have Lord of the Rings: The Third Age. Loved that game. I got all the way to Gilead, which is almost at the end of the game. I couldn't quite get past the Felbies. Oh no. Like, Lord of the Rings was literally my nerd thing. I may or may not have actually. That movie is when I realized, oh, that was fun. I also have an autograph by Sean Astin. And in Lord of the Rings Online, because I did play that, I played it from very early on, early enough on that on my server, my name was Rosie Gamgee. Rosie Gamgee over here. I loved it. I wish I had been able to play more of it. But I did play it. I mean, I played a decent bit of it. I played. My Hobbit character is probably the one I played the most. I think I also had it. I kind of made characters because I wanted to see each one of the starting areas. I mean, I did that in WoW as well. I played all kinds of characters in WoW. My favorites in WoW were usually either the Warlock or the Hunter. I liked characters where I didn't have to rely on anyone else, and that was the one thing with Lord of the Rings Online, you had to rely on other people. There was no way to not rely on other people. There's a Lord of the Rings escape room by I think I actually have one of the escape room games.
Want to hear a joke? I heard one recently that reminded me of you. So there was this builder and... Wait, sorry. I forgot the rest. Good one, huh? See ya.
I don't understand why Jim wants me to date Unsure. He keeps telling me that I should date Unsure. Kick him in the nuts. I don't want to kick him in the nuts. I don't want to kick him in the nuts. There's nothing. He's not a horrible guy. He just.
Catch you later.
And yes, I know I dated Finn. I dated Finn because it's funny. Want to hear a joke? Unsure, you're robotic. No, he's not a bad person. Look, my kid just like skipping around town. Mommy, go. You're unsure about it? No, I'm not unsure about Unsure. I'm sure about Unsure. I'm sure that I don't want to date Unsure. That's my life. Oh, no. No. I am sure I don't want to date Unsure.
Hello.
Hell, at this point, Justice is back in the running.
Catch you later.
Look, I didn't earn my nickname for no reason. Okay. By the way, anyone who maybe is a little bit newer and doesn't know the story behind Cozy Ho, my my husband bought me a shirt that said Cozy Ho. Son, you a bachelor boy, and that's the way to stay happy to be a bachelor boy until you're so yeah, exactly, Cozy Ho. In my time at Portia, which is the game that kind of was released before this one, but they're happening around the same time. Like, they're happening around the same time frame, just in 2 different cities. I dated. Have you played Portia? Noting that I have all but 2 achievements. I need 2 more achievements. I dated Arlo and Ju. I proposed to Phyllis, so I dated and proposed to Phyllis. I married Gus and Ginger. Ginger, by the way, is Gus' sister. So I had 2 kids with Gus, divorced Gus, married Mint, divorced Mint, married Ginger. So my kids are very unsure whether they're supposed to call Ginger auntie or mommy. As I was explaining and my husband, he's just sitting there staring at me like, what the? And then he bought me a shirt, a custom shirt. It says Cozy Ho. You heard yourself lifted down by him. And then in Stardew Valley is what started my cozy games, okay? Good boyfriend. What? Wait, what? What, Jim? Are you hilarious? Wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't you like to know? Anyway, so it's Stardew Valley. I started playing way back in like 2016. April of 2016, okay? So I think it'd been out for like 2 months. I ended up marrying Harvey, and then I dated every single available bachelor and bachelorette because I wanted the storylines, okay? I wanted the storyline. I dated all of them. Okay, and then I made sure that I got like a gold star duck feather, because if you get that and they all want to confront you at the saloon about it, they'll all just laugh it off. I carry that feather to this day. I don't want Harvey to be mad at me. Let's see everyone else's storyline. Problems making decisions. Okay. Look, I went all gung ho into the marriage with Owen, and we all know how that worked out. Okay. Can you really blame me? Can you really blame me? You spilled the blogging. Yeah, okay, look. He's a possibility. Okay, he's a possibility. Sounds a bit like how I play. We don't need to talk about how I play The Sims. I definitely don't have a couple with a few kids that has a vampire sister in the basement.
Wait. Oh, my stars, it's all starting to make sense now. Red hair definitely would blow up a city if someone she was married to left her polypho dated slept with and got ahem achievements all over Portia Sandrock and the galaxy and is 4 foot tall. Holy shit, Kim, you killed your husband, Larry Noyce.
The noise wasn't long enough. Like, look, I didn't marry and have beautiful children with
Fuck you, Gemini.
in
Fuck
Sims
you.
2. I don't know what you talk about. And had very ugly children with Brad Pitt. This concludes the story. I was there. But look. Okay. So Chi is on the possibility list. I dated Penn. It didn't end nicely, but I did date Penn. It ended funny. Anyway, Justice is still on the list. Owen is back on the list. I married him once, but you know, I might give him a second shot. Katori is possibly on the list. She's very sweet. Ernest is on the list. Hell no. Hell no. Absolutely not. No. Well, I've never seen you and Larry in the same room at the same time, so you can't. I'm not there. Pablo's a no. Fang is on the list. Venti, I keep forgetting she exists. And there's another one. His name's Logan. He's definitely on the list. Where is the picture yet? Right. Oh, there he is. That fella's on the list too. It's a long list and it didn't really get any shorter. I really thought that me and Owen would last forever. I probably should have known better. But I really thought we were good enough. And then he stepped on the baby. There was a whole lot of things that led up to that, okay? Like, I put up with his shit for a long time. But the last thing he did was... That is child endangerment. Couldn't happen. Exactly right. He stepped on the baby. Every time I start thinking he's cute and reconsidering things, I have to remember that he stepped on the baby. I'm waiting to upgrade my assembly station. Ambi, why are you running away? And I first got together with Rian, I was so confident that I could change his ways, but even after all these years, he's still the same Loke he always was. So I came to accept that it was who he was. And he's come to accept that it's unacceptable.
See you around.
Maybe I should have just accepted Owen, is what I should say. I should have accepted Owen for the baby stepper that he is. I'm a Harry, not Larry. this game is over, just talking of future streaming plans. I want to stream a few shorter cozy games. So I'm thinking like Strange Horticulture, Potion Craft. There's a couple others that I had on my list. I just can't remember what they are. Just right off the top of my head, I do actually have a list. You can't accept someone that stands on a baby. I mean, sit on a baby, it's fine, but standing in you gotta draw that line somewhere. But, so... No! Jim! No! Tell the power company that you need